All right, so I'm here with Happy, and I am going to work with him today on leave it, drop it, and calling him away from distractions, because we're going to try and help him out with coming away from that lake that he wants to jump in all the time. We want to practice this in a low to zero distraction environment. I'm going to have him practice it in this room, and then we're going to go outside. When we go outside, I'm going to put him on a really long leash so that he can have access to all of the distractions in the environment, and I can practice calling him away from that. But it starts in here, because if he's not successful in this room, he's not going to be successful outside. All right, so I have some treats. Remember, we talked about having really high value stuff when he makes the decision to come away from distractions. Boiled chicken is, I think, one of the highest value things a dog can eat. If boiled chicken isn't its thing, then you want to try like sardines or some other kind of canned fish. When you call a dog to you, it's really important that you give them a target to come to. The target that I like to have my dog come to is my hand. The hand that I want my dog to come to is going to have the treat in it. And I'm going to give a hand signal in addition to a verbal cue to ask the dog to come to me. And that hand signal and verbal cue is going to look like this. I'm going to say, Happy, come! Yes, and treat when he comes to that hand. The reason why I like this hand signal is because it's very, yes, good boy. It's very broad. You can see it from a while away. And it opens up my body to turn away from the dog. Yes. And when you turn away from a dog, they start to want to follow you. Remember, dogs love chasing, being chased. So if I can convince Happy that I'm the one that wants to be chased, it might motivate him to come towards me more. So again, we're saying, Happy, come! Yes, and treat. Remember, reinforcing the decision to come is vital. Because the dog naturally does not want to come away from the lake, because the lake is so much more fun. Happy, come! Yes. Always, always keep that hand target there for them to come to, because sometimes dogs will come to you but then run away. Happy, come! Yes, good job. The more exciting and high-pitched you can be, the higher the chances the dog is going to come to you. Happy, come! Yes, good job. Ready? Happy, come! Yes, good job. Nice work, buddy. Alright, so he's doing really good with that. So I am going to plant some distractions out here. So I'm going to throw this squirrel over there. I'm going to let him interact with it, and then I'm going to say, Happy! Come! Yes, good job. I'm going to let him get distracted again. You want to take that squirrel? Look at this thing. He said, I'm over that. Let's try and get something out. Good job. Alright, so those things are not super distracting. He's so tentative about them. He's a little bit freaked out by them, I think. Alright. Let's see if I can call him away from this blanket that I am going to put some treats in. So some smelly stuff in there, buddy. Oh. He likes this distraction more, so we'll see if we can get him reinterested in it. You're like, look, what is that? Oh my gosh, it's food. You don't want that? You want that? No? Are you sure? Happy, come! distractions inside, so let's take it outside. Alright. So long lines are leashes that are like 15 to 20 feet long, and I use them to train dogs how to do a recall, because it's my best attempt to simulate a dog being off leash, because as you know, it's not always safe to allow a dog to be off leash. So I want to make sure that he can't get away from me. So this is my way to try and ensure that. Whenever you practice anything off on this long lead, you want to make sure that the collar that the dog has on is tight enough that it can't slip over their head, just in case an emergency situation happens. Alright, so I'm going to start with him not at the full length of this lead. I'm going to start him a little bit longer than the lead that you brought him with. Because if he's not successful at recalling from 6 feet away, he's not going to be able to recall from 10 feet away. So I'm going to gradually increase the increments with which I allow him to explore. Puppy! Up! Yes, good job! Wait for him to get distracted. Though it's really hard not to reinforce him hanging out with me. So I'm gonna reinforce him for that too. Happy cat? Yeah, good job, buddy. So you guys know there's a horse and a paddock that's being worked. That's a pretty big distraction. Happy cat? I'm going to try and stay on the gravel because there's some sandburs out in the grass. I'm going to rotate this over here. Happy, happy. Good job. ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. Happy? I'm gonna go inside and get some more grapes. Happy? Yes, good boy. Yes. Anytime you anytime he decides to look at you naturally, yes, and treat that. Yes. Yes. Just waiting for him to get distracted by something. Happy, come! puppy, come. Yes, good boy. Nice work. Good job. Alright, so that was the long leash recall. I wish he got more distracted by things in the environment. There were like all of Jackie's dogs in the backyard barking. There was a horse being worked. There were bushes to pee on. There were cars driving on the highway. So there were lots of things for him to get distracted by, but he just wasn't as intense about it. And it might be that when you start to introduce food to your walks and you reinforce him for looking at you, you might find that he's not really wanting to be distracted by the lake as much anymore. So it might be easier than we think it is. Okay, so now we're going to work on leave it and drop it. Leave it and drop it are potentially life-saving skills. We teach it in our obedience class in a way that presents itself as life-saving, and that a dog is about to eat a piece of chocolate or a pill bottle that they're not supposed to eat that could be potentially toxic to them. And so we want to be able to tell the dog to either leave the thing alone, or if the dog has already gotten to it and put it in its mouth, we want to try and ask the dog to drop it. Drop it seems to go hand in hand with a dog that really likes to do things with their mouth. So you think of police dogs that are bred to bite things, like a lot of the Belgian Malinois and the Shepherds, or the Labs that like to retrieve things and put things in their mouth, the retrievers. The Terriers that like to tug on things. We find that these dogs tend to struggle more with drop it, I'd say, because they're just so much more naturally inclined to pick things up and put them in their mouth. Fortunately though, for dogs that just like to work with their mouth more, we teach and drop it in a way that's really fun. It's like a game of tug. Some dogs, we find it hard to practice training and drop it because they don't naturally like to put things in their mouth to start with. So I'm gonna see if I can get a toy or something that he is really motivated to put in his mouth so that I can start to work a drop it with him. Before we do drop it though, I'm going to teach you how to do a leave it. Remember, a leave it is something that we want to teach before or use before the dog actually has the thing in their mouth. So, or is about to go and do the thing. So Happy running to the lake and we don't want him to. We can say leave it, or we can try and call him away from us. Leave it means stop what you're doing and don't follow up on your impulse to go and get it. Which again is very hard for a dog to want to naturally do because their brain is telling them go and get the thing and their body's like, yeah, let's go do it. So we have to try and convince them that leaving it alone makes more sense and pays out. So the way that we start working this is by having a piece of food in our hands, and we're going to present it to the dog's face, and he's going to try and lick and nibble and paw at my hand to get it. And we are not going to let him have it until he backs off of it. And I'm not going to say leave it until he is backing off of my hand. So if I said leave it right now, he might think leave it means go for it and try and lick at it. Yes, take it. When he does back away, I'm going to say the word yes. Yes, Happy, you did leave it alone, and then now you can take it. Yes, take it. take it. So I'm making this like a game. Yes, take it. That time he didn't even try and lick my hand, which is good. Yes, take it. So he's getting faster and faster at removing himself from my hand. Yes, take it. Yes, take it. Yes, take it. That one I should have not given to him. Yes, take it. Yes, take it. He didn't even go for it that time. Yes, take it. Good, so he's starting to pick up on the pattern. So now I'm gonna make it harder for him. When he backs off of my hand, I'm gonna open it. If he goes for the treat in my open hand, I'm gonna close it. The only time he gets the reward is if he leaves my hand alone with my palm open like that. That's the only time he can get to do it. He backs away, I open it. He went for it, I close it. Yes, take it. Yes, take it. Fast learner, Happy. Yes, take it. Wow. You're one of the fastest dogs I've ever seen at this. Yes, take it. Yes, take it. And I'm giving the food to the dog's face. I am moving my hand closer to his mouth and saying, take it. He needs to look at it to get credit. Yes, take it. He's really fast at this. Yes, take it. So now I'm starting to present him the hand open instead of closed. Yes, take it. 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 So he's starting to not even go for it. Yes, take it. Yes, take it. So because he hasn't gone for it, I'm going to start to say the word leave it now. Leave it. Yes, take it. Leave it. Yes, take it. Leave it. Yes, take it. Happy? Leave it. Yes, take it. Doing really good. Leave it. Yes, take it. So now to make it harder for him, I'm going to ask him to leave it alone for 2 seconds. Leave it. Yes, take it. That requires more impulse control. Leave it. Yes, take it. Leave it. Yes, take it. Now I'm going to ask for 3 seconds. Leave it. Yes, take it. Leave it. Yes, take it. Leave it. Yes, take it. And you gradually increase and increase duration. You want to do it baby steps though. If at 3 seconds he started going for it again, I'd have to take the 3 seconds out and I'd go back to just asking him to leave it alone for a brief second. He has to master every level before you ask him to perform really well at the next level. So that's how we work leave it from the hand. We can also work leave it from the floor, and the way that we do that is similar to how I taught you how to reinforce the loose leaf walking behavior. So he sees something that he wants. He can't get to it. Yes, and treat when he turns around to look at you. Yes. So he wants this. Yes. He offered to leave it alone. It was his decision. Yes. When he starts to get this good where he's not even going for it, then you start to add the word leave it. Leave it. Yes. Leave it. Yes. You start getting closer and closer to the dog. Try and prevent him though from actually being able to take the thing. Leave it. Yes. Leave it. Yes. Good, happy. Ready? Leave it. Yes, that was really good. All right, and that's what you would practice. And eventually you'd be able to apply this to him running towards the lake. Though, I imagine doing your recall in that application is going to be a lot more useful than the leave it. All right, so with drop it, I need to find something that he wants to put in his mouth. And again, this can be hard to do if I don't have something he naturally really wants to put in his mouth. Let's see what we got. We got all these things. Like some dogs you have to train to want to put things in their mouth. You want to put it in your mouth? What do you think? Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get to a point where he's gonna want to put something in his mouth that I have today. I'm gonna try one more thing actually. I'm gonna put, there we go. So he has it in his mouth. I'm gonna say drop it. Yes, and treat. And the reason why he drops it is because I put a piece of food up to his mouth that he'd like to trade it for. Drop it. Yes. Drop it. Yes. So he's not really biting on it, he's just licking it, but that's the same thing, essentially. Drop it. Yes, good job. All right, now I'm gonna let him get really into it. Drop it. Yes. Whenever you take things from a dog's mouth, you want to make it a positive experience. People that just yank bones and toys and food from dogs' mouths, sometimes they can generate an insecurity in that dog for having a person come over to get the thing out of their mouth because they're like, oh man, they're going to snatch it out of my mouth again. And sometimes you create dogs that start to resource guard. So you always want to trade it for something of equal or higher value so they don't start to really hate seeing you come over to them when they're chewing on a toy. Because every time you come over to them, you've yanked it out of their mouth. We don't want that. Trade? Yes. There I said trade. I say trade with my dogs. Lots of trainers do drop it or out. You can say whatever you want. Drop it? Yes. So it's that easy. Drop it. Yes. Drop it. Yes. Good job. All right, so what is the difference between drop it and leave it? So we have this bone on the ground that he's been interested in. If we're walking or if he's off leash going to the lake, and you see him start to go after that bone, you would say leave it. So he's walking, he sees the bone, leave it. Yes, good job. Yes, and treat him for making the decision to leave it. If he doesn't leave it and he goes to pick the thing up, that's when you say drop it. Or if he's running to the lake, that's when you want to start to say come. Leave it? Yes, good. So I saw him look at the bone, and that's when I started to say the word leave it. Leave it? Yes. Good job. Reinforcing that decision to leave the thing alone. Like, why leave it?